Shall we begin?
Welcome to the Happy MonsterCast. I'm your host, Scott Marchand Davis of Happy Monster Press.
Let's begin now.
This week on the Happy MonsterCast, the Ghost Wardens race to prevent the fall of Ghost Mountain. This podcast contains adult language and adult situations. Previously on the Happy MonsterCast. Ghost Mountain, the isolated temple where the unruly dead return to their proper place in hell. Meet the Ghost Wardens, holy warriors dedicated to the service of the underworld kings, battling the undead and laying them to rest. Here, Bolt Fist Jiao, master of music sorcery, Cheerful Fan, who smiles through his sorrow, Ebullient Gong Gou, dog devil and fire sorcerer, Sneaky Chao, silent assassin, and Jung Soo, ox devil blade master, stand ready to return the unruly dead to hell. The Ghost Wardens are in battle with demonic forces at Blue Serpent Manor to retrieve the Mirror of Ever-Present Sight. What secrets will the mirror reveal? I'm going to go ahead and recap.
Okay.
Yes, put the cap on.
All right, here we go. So you have been dispatched, Ghost Wardens, to retrieve the Mirror of Ever-Present Sight, a powerful divinatory magic item, which Abbot Mu, the head of the monastery at the Hellgate at Ghost Mountain, says will help you figure out what's going on in the world after the horrible incident with the undead dragon who kind of trashed the temple as well as wreaking havoc. So there's clearly bad stuff afoot in the world, and this thing will help you figure out what's going on. So you arrived where the mirror was purported to be stored at the home of the Walong clan, only to find that it appears that they have been co-opted by demons. So Blue Serpent Manor is currently run by Ebullient Walong, the wife of the Duke, and she has clearly been consorting with the forces of darkness. You tracked her down to her laboratory/lair, where she was cooperating with Razorlash, a demon who is raising the dead workers who perished building the Cloud Road. And she also appears to have a stitched corpse, which is keeping her and that demon bound to this plane. So you kind of need to get rid of the stitched corpse in addition to getting rid of her, or she will just pop right back up. So with that, you have engaged in combat, and you've already wiped out the majority of the chained ghosts summoned by Razorlash, as well as Razorlash himself. But Sneaky has been badly injured in the process. So, Ebullient, this might be your cue to do something about that.
I have to say on my screen, it says I'm adly injured. It looks like the B is cut off.
Yeah, it does. You're adly injured.
I feel like I should help in some way.
If only you had some sort of way to repair him.
Avenge me! Avenge me!
Okay, now I got to remember. Healing is the quote unquote spell.
Yes. And
Versus
you target Sneaky to do that.
He doesn't need to be like next to me, does he?
He does not. I'll do this for Jung Soo real quick. No, actually he does. It's a touch power, but there's nobody else next to you who's hostile at the moment, so no big deal.
And actually, before I do anything, is it actually my turn?
It is.
Hey, look at that. Weird
You
how
got
that
a
works
big
out.
spinny circle around you and everything.
Oh, one of these days, I'll learn the interface. I can move up to here. and I can spread the joyous love of my healing attentions. Look at that. Targeting and everything.
Shazam! All right. Well, that's respectable, although not showing up for some
That's
reason, but
weird.
that is weird.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to refresh my browser. This is probably a Firefox thing. I don't have cookies or something turned on, so.
Well, that certainly worked.
Nice.
Shazam, you are healed.
All my wounds are
All your wounds.
perfect.
I believe, yeah.
I'm a good dog.
You're down to 0 wounds.
Thank you very much.
0 wounds and all as well. Next up is Knives, who is in an excellent position to mess up Elegant Walong.
Ah. Hey, that's me again. Hold on.
Yep, yes it is.
Hold on, I'm done refreshing. Your knives. Good ball. All right, let's see.
Oh wait, Jung Soo. Jung Soo's joining in. She can take over for Knives.
A new member has joined the party.
Yes. Hey, Jung Soo. Perfect timing.
Uh-oh. Now
Greetings.
We are in the midst of melee with demonic forces, and Knives is up with a human demonic sorcerer right in front of him.
what? Oh, okay. Wavering Blade.
Absolutely. You can target Elegant Walong and Wavering Blade away.
All right. Let me. Oof.
That's going to be. That shouldn't be
Do
two
I need
hits
to
with raise.
ready that?
No, you don't. That's 1 hit with a raise and 1 regular hit. So go ahead and give me some damage, please.
So close.
With a 13, that's going to do an additional wound. And the 7 is going to do another one. So she is pretty messed up. That takes us to the chained ghosts. So first up is the anxious chained ghost, which is going to roll on over here and attack Cheerful Fan with its horrible, horrible mattock. And completely failed to do anything. And then we have the Grateful Chain Ghost, which is going to run down here and swing a pickaxe at Ebullient Gong Gou. And critically fail. So the pickaxe goes flying across the cave and embeds itself into the cave wall behind you. And last but not least, the Tense Chain Ghost is going to roll on up on Sneaky Chao and swing a sledgehammer your direction and also completely fail to accomplish anything. All right. That takes us to Elegant Walong, who needs to unshake. Despite her demonic powers, she remains shaken and is just going to stay put. Sneaky, you also need to unshake.
What's that? Spirit?
There should be a dialogue that pops up for you for that. But yes, it's spirit.
I don't see anything.
All right, well then give me a spirit roll.
All right. Wait, here you go.
You are no longer shaken and may take action against one of the chained ghosts that's up in your business.
Not that one. That one's dead, right?
The one directly to your right is dead. Yes, the other three are not.
Do I get a gain up bonus on any of these?
You would get a gang up bonus, I believe, on the anxious one that's directly above you because cheerful shaken. So no, you wouldn't get a gang up bonus on any of them.
Not even on the grateful chained ghost. This one down here.
Yeah, actually, you would. No, with Ebullient, you would. Yeah, so
right. I'll do that one then. So I'll use my Shadow Saber.
That hits.
Ooh.
Give me a damage roll, please. And that will take him out.
Delicious.
Nice.
Next up is the Stitched Corpse. And he is going to roll on up. Let's see, what's he good at? He's going to fire some threads at Knives. And one of those hits. So let's see if it does any damage first. Absolutely does no damage whatsoever. But and it doesn't hit with a raise. You're not entangled. So he sends these needles flying out at you with threads behind them, but they don't have any serious effect. And that brings us to Cheerful.
Okay, so I will unshake.
Which you succeed in doing.
Okay. And now I'm going to attack the anxious ghost, which is right next to me. Just regular melee with a segmented staff. There we go.
That will hit with a raise.
Okay. So
Give me raise damage.
Oh.
Okay.
And that is going to do the trick.
All right, good.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw those ones and twos. Could hope for more, but that's good.
Are dead. All right. That will take us to good old Bolt Fist.
Greetings, friends. I'm going to move forward one. And is that the chained ghost? Is that also still active?
The tense chained ghost right here is still active. The stitched corpse is still active. And Elegant Walong is still active, although she's on her last legs.
Okay, I'm going to go for the chain because it's closest. And I just want to full fist the shit out of it and do a bunch of punches, throw my hands, and see where it goes.
All right. Well, that hits. Give me a damage roll, please. Oh, ow. Ow.
Wonderful.
And that would be it for him. Don't forget to target your targets, please.
Oh, yes. T.
All right, new round. And the Stitched Corpse is up first and is just going to try the same thing. So little needles flying out at Knives. Hits 3 times, although none of them are good enough to cause entangling. So first one does no damage. Second one, however, would shake and wound you.
Oh!
I assume you'll like to soak that. There's a button for that in the dialogue, in the chat.
Red guy with the axed eyes, I believe.
No, and if you go to the chat on the right, there's a there's a dialogue thing that says knives out damage. The character is shaken and has a soak vigor roll button.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That would be you, Jung Soo. Assuming we didn't lose you.
Sorry.
Yep.
So I need to soak.
Well, either that or take a wound. Yeah.
No, we'll do the soak. Wait, I'm sorry.
There's a button for that in the chat.
There we go.
And you're good.
Okay.
It hit you with a third needle, so let's see how the third one comes out. Third one's got nothing.
Nice.
So you duck out of the way of one that was aimed right for the back of your neck. Bolt fist.
Okay, I'm going to, I guess, advance this way. And I'm going to aim for, is that the stitched corpse?
Yes, it is.
There we go. And then use my powers. Here we go. Punch, punch, zap, zap. See what we can hit.
Nothing with that roll.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll hold.
All right. Knives.
Do we want to kill Elegant Balong?
She's possessed by a demon, so yeah, pretty much.
All right. Here we go.
It was her life choices that brought her here.
Oh, exploded die.
Wow.
So good news and
Well, it's a
bad
good
news.
thing you asked.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
There we
So I need to double check the rules on that for Frenzy because I'm not sure this has happened before. Frenzy.
Oh man. Luckily there's nobody on my team near me, but
So I'm just going to say that's a hit with a raise.
Galoshes with a UFO. That's awesome.
All right. And that's going to take her down.
Nice.
Of course, if you don't destroy the stitched corpse, she will return at some point in the relatively near future. So Sneaky, you're up.
I'm gonna have to move up. Actually, don't. Can I try to use my bow on the stitched corpse?
You absolutely can.
All right, let's do that. I'd like to go ahead and Benny that.
At some point, you'll probably want to pick up the shooting skill too.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I guess I'll just leave it alone.
All right, Ebullient.
And the stitched corpse is which one now?
This one right here.
That ugly one.
Third from the far right.
Oh, I have to pick the thing first, don't I? Do. One of those. One of those.
You want to do a small blast?
Yeah.
So you can just drop it right on top of it, basically.
So do I have to?
In this case, you select.
Drag
You
and
can
drop.
select.
I hit SBT.
Yeah, just select that and then roll, and then I think you can place it after if you succeed.
Oh, okay.
If I remember how this works right, let's find out.
Udoken.
Moot point, unless you want to Benny it. There you go. That'll hit with a raise.
Good on you.
So let's see now if we then click SPT. No, that just doesn't seem to work. It's probably just for PowerPoint's purposes, but we know where it hits. So go ahead and give me a damage roll. Go ahead and give me a damage roll with a raise. Let's see how Mr. Corpse does here. That is sufficient to shake him unless you want to Benny the damage.
Yeah.
That was Bennying the roll. I'll re-roll the damage for you.
Sorry.
Oh, that's definitely better.
Much better.
Oh! He is now shaken and wounded and soaking,
Whoa. Okay. Wow. That was awesome.
which he does.
Wow.
Okay, Cheerful.
All right. I will move up here and I will close on the nervous chained ghosts.
Oh, they're all dead. The only one standing is a stitched corpse.
Oh, all right. Well, in that case, I'm closing to melee round, and we'll use the segmented staff. Just
You actually don't have to close to melee, by the way. It has reach, so you can hit him from 1 square away. That is a hell of a hit, though. So go ahead and give me raise damage.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Come on, buddy. Yeah, there you go.
Another die. Nice.
Yeah, that's painful. So he's going to burn his last penny trying to soak that.
Hey, we're forcing the enemy to burn their resources.
He soaked 1, but he's wounded.
We're forcing resources. It's a good thing. We like it. We love it.
New round. Knives draws a joker.
Nice.
Whoa! Are those bennies for all?
Those are bennies for all.
Yay.
Bennies
Yay.
Woo!
Hey, it's a penny party. Oh, he's going last too.
Yes. Stitched Corpse is probably going to have a bad day here.
Stitch pinata.
I'm going to Wavering Blade that guy.
You are in trouble.
Close in on him.
Sure.
Yeah, and don't forget to target him.
Oh. Oops.
Well, that's let's see. That's going to hit 1 with a raise, 1 without. So let's get some damage in there. So your raise damage of 21 is going to finish him off.
Nice.
So you have slaughtered these guys, and in a little pile of assorted spell components over here is a small octagonal mirror.
Take it.
Okay, you're going to go right over and take it.
Yep.
Okay, so when you pick it up on the back, it's face down, and you see on the back, there's a series of characters, and those characters can be read 2 different ways. One of them says, sight. One way to read it is sight of the ever-present.
Mm-hmm.
The other is be wary of seeing too much.
It seems unlikely that I would read it at all.
Okay, so you're going to flip it over and look in the mirror.
Yep.
Okay, so suddenly the cave around you is gone.
Oh, no.
And you're standing in a tent. Before you are a group of corpses gathered around a table with a map of the Empire. One of them is the undead form of General Hong. I will take the bulk of our forces east to slay the invaders, just as I swore I would. We can use their dead to bolster our ranks. After all, I made a vow, and I intend to honor it. Then, I'll move back towards Capital City and dispose of the Emperor. From there, we can discover the location of the Heaven Gate and launch our final assault on the cruel gods who arranged this entire tragedy. One of the other corpses nods. The army moves well without the need for food. We only slow to fight, and any battle only increases our ranks rather than depletes them. Hong leans back in his chair. Precisely. Our advance is inevitable. I hope that whelp on the throne realizes it and trembles. But before he does, I've ordered a small detachment of our most lifelike soldiers to head west and take the West Gate before anyone realizes the true threat we pose. Once they have secured the fort, they can strike at Ghost Mountain itself and close the Hell Gate for good. And as you see them laughing, it's as though you pull back from your position and you exit the tent. And you can see where the army is.
When I was teleported to this tent, did everybody on the team come with me, or was I by myself?
No, you were by yourself, and you didn't see your body when you were there.
Okay.
So right now, they are in a mountain pass in the Tower Mountains right here. Not too far from where the battle occurred.
Oh, boy.
And they're sending troops to the West Gate and then to Ghost Mountain. Do you continue to look in the mirror, or do you put it down at this point?
I'm going to put it down and try to remember what I saw.
Okay. Well, it's not hard to remember. So you pass this along.
Okay.
And it's clear that Ghost Mountain is under threat.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have a bit of a race to try to make it back to Ghost Mountain before their troops make it there. You're a little bit further away where you are now.
Mm-hmm.
But they also have to stop and take the West Gate. So you've at least got a chance.
So we're going to start running?
Or at least riding fast, yeah.
Guys, we got to get to the West Gate.
Well, there's no time to lose.
Okay.
With haste, we must move, indeed.
Can I fit on a horse? I thought I was kind of in a situation like sized so that I would have to jog along.
Yes, you have to jog along, but everyone else can ride.
Fine.
All right, so you're going to head back on the Cloud Road towards Dead Lake.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what happens. This is going to take you about a week to get back to Dead Lake. Moving at your best speed. All right, so we want to see if anything happens to you along the way. Third day. The first couple days pass uneventfully.
But
on the third day, you spot someone moving towards you ahead on the Cloud Road. It seems there's someone running and someone pursuing headed your way.
Uh-oh.
Now you're in a position where you could potentially, there's one of those stopping points where you could potentially get out of the way and just let these people go by, or you could stay put and intervene. What would you like to do?
What do we see about these people? Is anything striking us about them?
They're both wearing traveling clothes. There's nothing really super distinctive about either of them.
they look particularly tough or like they might be up to no good.
Propose a threat?
Potentially, yes. The one who's running away is carrying a bow and a short sword. And the one who's chasing him is carrying a long sword.
No identifying marks on any of them?
No, they're just wearing basic traveling clothes.
I say we stop them and talk to them.
All right. So the first guy runs up. Help me! That crazy person is trying to kill me.
How so? Why?
I don't know. He's crazy.
Did you take anything from him?
What, did I take any? Of course I didn't take anything from him. You're not particularly convinced by his story.
We are not particularly convinced by your story.
I am AFK. Can someone please make a notice roll for me?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. Oh, goodness.
He's definitely hiding something.
I give the rest of the party kind of the side eye, like, and I sort of like gesture with like my pointer finger, kind of like, okay, like under the robes, please. What do you got? And like, I'm dagger-eyeing him. I'm like, don't bullshit me because like I will own you, basically.
He says, all right, I stole a horse back in Dead Lake. And this guy's been chasing me ever since. I think he's going to kill me.
All right, why did you steal the horse?
I don't understand the question.
So you took a horse.
This guy comes running up. Ghost Wardens, thank you for apprehending this horse thief. He will face my blade, and he rolls up and draws his longsword.
Oh shit! Okay.
And the bandit draws his short sword.
Okay,
Don't let him kill me.
We got to intervene on this. How much is a horse?
How much is a horse?
How much coin is it?
So depending on the quality of the horse, anywhere from 75 to 350 silver.
75 to 350 silver.
Where's the horse now?
Yes. Also a good question.
What have you done with this horse?
Why did you take it?
He fell off the cloud road about 10 miles back.
So not only did you steal a horse, you rode it badly and caused its death. Why are we paying for this bandit's horse?
To prevent him from harm's way. And to possibly appease the other so that neither has reason to hold grudge against one another.
Are either one of these two dead?
Enough talk. No, neither of them is dead.
Then
so
it's
the
not
guy
our
with the
problem.
long sword takes a swing at the bandit, and apparently his kung fu is pretty good.
Oh crap!
Ooh!
And he just lops the guy's head off.
What the heck?
Thank you for detaining him long enough that I could dispense justice, Ghost Wardens.
Just nod my head.
I am Swift Lao.
Swift Lao?
Swift Lao, yes. Swift Lao. I am a senior student of Master Duan in Dead Lake, and I am on my journey to develop my battle skills. This, of course, was no challenge at all.
I see.
He grabs the bandit's head, rolls it up in a piece of cloth and sticks it in his pack, then kicks his body over the side of the cloud road. I will return this to Dead Lake as proof of my valor and the death of this thief.
I just sort of give him an odd eye and acknowledge him like, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, the guy got revenge, but over a horse. I mean, should we do something about it beyond that? I don't think so.
Nope.
I mean,
This was the living getting pissed off at the living. That's not our
That's,
jurisdiction.
yeah, that is outside your jurisdiction. Yes.
We got
All
places
right.
to be.
You do.
That's right.
All right. So you return to Dead Lake. And as you're stopping at the inn, by the way, which inn are you going to do? Because there were the two. There's the one with the better food and the one with the better booze. Or are you going to split up again?
Does the food one have better tea?
The food one does have better tea.
Food.
So it's the one run by the woman who used to be a courtesan at the Imperial Court.
Food.
I'll go for food.
All right. Let me see here. Of the three of you. Okay, so Cheerful.
Yep.
You're at the inn, and one of the serving women brings you a note. It says, Ghost Warden, I am in desperate need of your assistance. Please find me in room 6.
Well, okay. I look around, make sure nobody is following me or a suspicious thing, and how can I resist? Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. I go for room 6.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
So you knock on the door, and a woman opens the door. Quite attractive woman, like super attractive. She says, "You're the one they call Cheerful Fan, yes?"
I am. You said you needed help?
Yes, I am Golden Pin Jing. And, well, my older brother has insisted that I marry for politics in the claimed lands, but I am seeking true love, and I think perhaps I have found it. And she drags you into the room.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. What does this have to do with me? I mean, my concerns are with the ghosts and the undead. I mean, the concerns of the living are not really my area.
But you are a handsome warrior, and the moment I saw you on the Cloud Road, I was smitten.
Aren't we technically like undead?
No,
Oh, okay.
You're living. I mean, you have a job to do, but you are living humans.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Golden Pink Ching.
Take a little offense at that.
Golden Pink Ching, a great many women are smitten by my beauty and charm, as are a great many men. This has nothing to do with my mission and purpose and will not sway.
But you must at least allow me to accompany you so that you can protect me from the bandits who abducted me and brought me here to Dead Lake.
Must I?
Yes, you must. Okay, she's gonna make a persuasion roll.
Can I make a notice roll or?
Well, you're not there, so no.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So she's doing a persuasion.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me a spirit roll to see if you're swayed at all. Probably not, unless you critically fail or something. No, you're not swayed. You don't understand. This bandit, they call him Elbows Moo, kidnapped me. He took me away from my guards, and at first I was happy because at least I wasn't going to that horrible marriage, but he is a cruel man. He has no sensibility, no courtesy, no grace. And so when he reached Dead Lake here, I managed to slip away from him, but I'm sure he's still searching for me. And I know my brother would be displeased if something were to happen to me. Make a common knowledge roll, please.
go well. My common knowledge is not so high.
I'm still AFK.
You have no
we're not.
idea who you have no idea who she's talking about.
Yeah.
Can we check and see if she seems to be telling the truth?
Well, did you all go up there?
No, technically no.
So even though I have no idea who she's talking about or whatever, it does seem logical that I would want to check. I mean, I don't know if that would be like a notice roll to see. I mean, is she telling the truth? Is she trying to shine me on or what?
Okay, yeah. No, it'd be a notice roll.
I'm not.
You're not even sure she's a noble. Unless you want to bet any that.
No, I mean, look, a Ghost Warden, though I should say, fine, strapping young example of a handsome, charming, virile young man I might be. I also am a Ghost Warden with a mission. I don't really have time for this. I turn to the door and I say, Golden Ping Ching, I wish you luck in your situation. I'm sure that there are any one of a number of other men or warriors or soldiers around here who would be willing to help you for love or money, whatever you might be choose to offer them to enlist their aid.
Okay.
I wish you well. Good night.
All right.
Go to leave the door.
Sneaky, which inn did you go for? The gambling and drinking inn or the food and tea inn?
Food and tea.
Okay, so you're in the same inn. So you go back down. About 15 minutes later, the same servant brings a note to Sneaky saying, I'm in desperate need of your help.
Working our way down the list.
Ghost Warden, I'm in desperate need of your help. Please see me in room 6.
I crinkle up the note and I throw it away. The cause of mortals have nothing to do with me.
All right.
Cold.
So the servant observes this, and about another 10 minutes later, the servant reappears with a note for Bolt Fist.
I must attend to other matters that require study and the consumption of much tea and dining. I must not partake in other matters such as these mortal fools.
Okay. So the following day, you head out of Dead Lake, and you see behind you, moving much more slowly than you are, a woman, a cloaked woman, following you out onto the road.
Ooh.
So okay, I'm going to see, is this the same woman? I can use notice.
It does appear to be the same woman. She's clearly not unused to walking under her own power.
Okay, so now, I sort of feel like if she's going to be an interference or a burden that's going to stop us from doing our mission, now suddenly she is something we need to worry about.
Can I ask? Sorry, is she walking?
Yes.
And we have horses.
Yes.
Can I just point out where we should just ride faster?
You guys are being mean. Come on.
All right. So do you relate this story to everyone else?
I do.
No, I mean, Cheerful. Do you relate this story to everyone else?
I do, and
Okay.
I tell them, I'm like,
everybody make common knowledge rolls.
Yeah.
Again, please roll for me.
Should I try mine again, Scott?
No, you had your chance.
Think about it.
Okay, Bolt Fist.
I like how Knives comes up as clueless.
Yes.
Always.
Knives is clueless, but
But
Bolt Fist is not. So Bolt Fist,
Yes.
you recognize the name Golden Pinjing.
And I start, like moving my beard. Okay.
That is the Golden Quill Emperor's younger half sister.
I relay this to the entire party.
see, I told you guys were being mean. Come on.
That's very interesting. Let's ride faster.
I second that
Agreed.
motion.
And I will attempt to make apologies and say, I did not realize the scale of your need and apologize for blowing you off previously.
You're going to go back and say, "Oh, you're so kind. You have a noble mien and a gentle face.
Oh boy.
Could I accompany you? Perhaps you could. I'm unfamiliar with riding, but perhaps you could put me behind your horse, or behind you on your horse, or in front of you on your horse, or something like that."
I come back to remind you that the mere doings of mortals have no bearing on what our jobs are.
Hey Scott, do I have a horse, but I'm walking because I'm too big for my horse?
Yes, you're using the horse as a pack horse.
Okay. I feel bad for her.
So you got to put her on your pack horse.
I'm gonna toss her on the horse.
Oh, I had no idea an ox devil could be so kind. You are quite big and strong, aren't you? Oh, remarkable.
Yeah, and I'm female.
Oh.
Lay off. I'm just feeling sorry for you. Let's go.
Okay. Now, as you've been traveling, are any of you checking the mirror of ever-present sight?
No, not touching it.
Do I even know about it?
Yeah. I mean, you saw
Okay.
you saw Knives pick it up, and Knives relayed the vision.
It's kind of.
I mean, I have it. If somebody wants to look at it, I'm willing to share, I guess. It shows weird things.
No, I'm all set.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as long as it's going, I'll take a look at it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as you decide to take a look at it the day after you leave Dead Lake, and you receive a different vision. The couple of times you've looked at it on the way to Dead Lake, you were getting a vision of those troops moving to the West Gate. But this time, you get a vision of a sword in a hidden citadel buried in the desert. A sword that can slay dragons.
Okay.
And so you see a path to the citadel that begins at the pavilion halfway across the desert between Dead Lake and Ghost Mountain. So you need to decide, are you going to go after this sword? It's a pretty kick-ass looking sword.
Mhm.
Or do you continue to Ghost Mountain?
Well, have we decided if we're going to Ghost Mountain or West Gate? Like, do we have time to go to West Gate?
Well,
or...
it seemed they have taken West Gate.
Oh.
So
Well, that's
you weren't
quick.
in time. You weren't in time to save West Gate, but they have not moved for a couple days. So you have time to reach Ghost Mountain, and you probably have time to go find this sword, although it's risky.
I would say that we continue our journey to Ghost Mountain.
You know,
but it's such a nice sword.
Well, I actually was going to suggest that we. Okay, let me first ask this. I mean, we look in the mirror and we see these visions. I mean, how confident are we about this? I'm getting this impression of this magical sword. Is this just like a will o' the wisp, or I mean, is this like a legitimate thing?
I mean, according to Abbot Moo, the visions of the mirror of ever-present sight are always true.
So the army of the undead, do they have a dragon with them? Do we know that there is a dragon that needs to be slain?
No, they have 500 undead soldiers, and their leader, unfortunately, as you see in the mirror,
Kind of looks like a hammer.
you saw in the mirror before they reached West Gate. The column of corpses, still fresh enough to pose as living men with covered wounds. And at the head of the force, you recognized Lightning Lao, the soldier you left behind at the battle when the dragon appeared, and a stout man who must be his brother, Thunder. Thunder laughs slightly. You think they're going to buy it? Lightning shrugs. We'll approach the west gate at dusk. All they might know is the battle at Ventured Fields went badly, so a column of wounded looking for refuge shouldn't be too alarming. Once we're inside the gates, it'll be too late. Our men are worth more dead than these soft white banners are alive. And after the slaughter, we'll have plenty of new recruits. It shouldn't take many men to seize Ghost Mountain after that.
Uh-oh.
That's your mission, brother. Mine is just to take the west gate and hold it. I don't know why, though. Are there even 1,000 fighting men in the entire western domain?
So I feel like we need. So if the mirror is showing us stuff that is necessary to stop this army, because it tipped us off about the invading army of the dead, and now it's tipping us off, about their plans and how they're going to divide their forces, and about the sword. I feel like it's showing us what we need in order to stop this army, giving us information and intelligence and stuff. So I feel like going after the sword would be our best option, because I don't know what we can do against an army of the dead. I mean, we can hack them up, but if their ranks are continually being replenished, then we're kind of up shit's creek.
Well, there may be some options there. You have some friends in Dead Lake who might be willing to fight for you.
True.
Well, I will leave you to ponder this question as you move towards the pavilion. Decide: do you turn west at the pavilion, or do you continue on to Ghost Mountain to ensure that you're there before the enemy army arrives with some time to prepare? And that will be it for this week.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cliffhanger!
Tune in next time.
Cliffhanger hanging from a cliff. I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
On much longer.
All right, everybody. Have a good one. See you next week,
All right.
hopefully.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Take it easy, guys.
Good night, folks.
You can follow Happy Monster Press on Facebook and Blue Sky as Happy Monster Press, on our website at happymonsterpress.com, on Twitter as Happy Monster PRS, or follow this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes. Like what you hear? Support us on Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/happymonsterpress. The Happy Monster Cast is part of the Savage Worlds Media Network. This podcast references the Savage Worlds game system available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial content permitted under the Media Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. All other content is the intellectual property of Happy Monster Press. Music: Ice Cold by Jason Shaw, and Asian Drums by Kevin McLeod of Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license.
Oh, for sure.